Hey everyone, and welcome back to my movie poster collection series. Today is the letter W. We're almost at the end here. So not too many here, but definitely a couple good ones. So first up is one I got actually pretty inexpensively when I got it. Sort of lucked out on it, and that is for the movie Warlock. And I did have it signed by Julian Sands when I got to meet him. Very, very nice guy too. Next up is for one of those which has a slightly misleading poster, and that is for the movie Watch Me When I Kill. Now, with that intense image on the poster, along with that title, you probably expect something that was like a really intense, almost slasher film, but it's actually a giallo murder mystery kind of thing. I think it ranks up there with like Zeter, which, you know, has the alternate title of like Revenge of the Dead, which is probably one of the most really misleading posters. So this one technically isn't as bad because there is a murder involved, but it's nothing like I think the poster sort of showcases or teases. But yeah, the movie basically is not really what the poster shows. Good movie though, I will say that. Next one is a movie I really love, and that is the movie Waxwork. This was a poster I was after for a while, and I was happy to finally get one, and I do have it actually autographed by so far only two people. I'm hoping to get a lot more on it, and that is by Zach Galligan and Dana Ashbrook. Met them at two different conventions, so hoping I can get a couple more on it. I remember I was hoping to get David Warner on it at one point, but the convention he was going to be at, he did end up canceling, so I still hope I get to meet him one day. Next one, I actually have two posters for When a Stranger Calls. I do have the original one sheet for it, and I also have the 30 by 40, which again is one of those that is printed on a slightly thicker paper stock. And those were always sort of limited runs, so I'm happy to have one of each. Next one is actually one of my favorite romantic comedies, and that is When Harry Met Sally. I think it's actually really, really funny, and I think the older I get, there are aspects of it that I sort of start to realize, like, okay, yeah, actually, there's probably a lot more truth in this than I originally thought. Next one is for Who's Harry Crumb, but I only have the lobby card set. For some reason, I thought I had the one sheet, and I actually don't. But I remember I got these, I think, only for a couple bucks. And definitely a very underrated comedy, too, if you've never seen it. Next one is one I got in a lot, but I'm happy to have it, and that is for Wicked Stepmother. It's actually one of Larry Cohen's films, and it's also, I believe, Betty Davis's last film. So any chance I can have a poster from a Larry Cohen film in my collection, I will definitely grab that opportunity. Next one is for The Wild Bunch. Now, this is not an original one from the 60s. It's actually from the re-release in the, I think, mid-90s for the director's cut. The Wild Bunch is actually one of my favorite Westerns, and I'm a huge, huge fan of it. In fact, there were aspects of it I actually used in a screenplay I wrote. Huge fan of the film. I would love to have like an original one, but those tend to be a bit pricey. And since it does use the same artwork, I'm actually happy just having the director's cut one. Next one is for the movie Willard, and this is really a great one to have. It's a little bit beat up, but I've had it for a while. And what's even cooler is I have it autographed by Bruce Davison, who I was lucky enough to meet at a convention. Really, really nice guy. Sort of seeing the photo, but it's actually autographed up in the corner. And another autographed one, and that is for the movie Witchboard, one that I was not only happy to get the poster, but also happy to have it autographed and have it signed by director Kevin Tenney and Sarah Tawny Catane as well. And both of them were so nice. And she still looked fantastic when I met her, so definitely happy to have that one in the collection. And that's kind of one of those two where, like, I'm okay with only having those two autographs on the poster. You know, some of them, like, I really want as many people as possible to have it signed, but then there are a couple where I'm just like, you know, it depends on who it is. Like, you know, having just one or two on it is actually okay with me. So this is one of those. Next one is for the movie Wolfen. I got this, I've had this for a long time. I think it's kind of one of those where I think I only paid a couple bucks for it, like way back when. Here's for the movie The Wraith. Definitely an underrated film from like mid 80s, 85 or something like that. 85, 86. This is actually one I thought was actually going to get released by Vestron in the Vestron line, but yeah, it seems to, I don't know if it's caught up in rights issues or what, but happy to have the poster for it. Next one is one I got in a lot, but I'm happy to have it, and that is for the movie Wyatt Earp. This is actually an underrated film. Came out, I think, kind of close to when Tombstone came out, so I think, you know, people were just like, you know, had enough of the same story, didn't need two movies for it. But they're really completely different types of films, and I always thought Wyatt Earp kind of got sort of unjustly maligned kind of thing. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully people give it a second chance. And that is it for the letter W. Not too many, but definitely a lot more than will be in the letter Z, because I don't have any for X or Y. So the Z one will be a bit short, but that's okay. Two good ones. So definitely let me know your thoughts on which ones you think I should keep and which ones you think I should sell off. Obviously the autographed ones I'm keeping. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.